disinformation that we find on our platforms or that's reported to us, we will investigate. And if we can confirm that this is in fact malicious actors that are behaving in what we call an inauthentic way, meaning they know something to be true and yet are saying something else, if we know that this behavior is present on our platforms, we actually investigate and then we remove not only the accounts that are perpetrating this, but also all the content associated with those accounts. And then we take additional measures to make sure, using various signals, to make sure that these people actually aren't able to return to the platform to try to continue to do what they've been doing.
It's something that we're constantly vigilant about. As I said, we have over 40,000 trust and safety professionals that are working around the clock to remove mis and disinformation. When it comes to misinformation, really how we define it within our community guidelines, and what we're looking for is misinformation that can cause significant harm. That will be removed from the platform. An example of that would be like medical misinformation that could cause serious injury or death to somebody, or misinformation that could undermine an election or some other type of civic event. That is harmful misinformation, and we will remove that under community guidelines.
We recognize that we are the global town square for public conversation, and one of our missions is to give people the platform and opportunity to express themselves freely. We've seen the challenges that comes with accuracy of information on the service, and that's why we've developed a really interesting and novel intervention in Community Notes to give people on the service the power to add context to posts that they find need more context, and do so in a way that's really novel, open source, completely transparent, and puts power in people's hands to really add that context, which is important.
So we're building solutions that can have local impact and operate on a global scale. And so our first line of defense are our policies and our terms of service. Those are enforced globally, and they prohibit many bad behaviors. But we also proactively build product features and tools, things like about this result or Fact Check Explorer. And those give additional context and allow users to kind of dig deeper into what they're seeing and assess the credibility of the content for themselves. And those tools are available in all of the languages where search operates.
There's lots and lots of tools available. So imagine something as simple as, should you have to click on a link before you reshare it? Should you have to actually see the thing that you're going to share? That sounds like a really small change, but it leads to 10 or 15% less misinformation. There's a bunch of these changes like this that are not very complicated, that don't involve checking individual pieces of content. The most important obligation for these social media companies is to adequately invest in teams to go and find the patterns of these fake accounts. Meta, TikTok, and X, they could all be taking down dramatically more fake accounts. And those are the ones that actually spread the misinformation. But they only can do that if they're willing to pay for the staffing to do so. Effective online accountability laws help shift those incentives. Every person who searches for a fake account costs money. They don't bring in more profit, or at least they don't in the short term. Having a system that's not pleasant because there's too many fake accounts does decrease long-term profitability. So we want laws that help shift those incentives so they make the right decisions each day.
Watch and read more about disinformation, cyberbullying, and online harms at cpac.ca/disinformation-and-democracy. Regardez cette émission et lisez davantage sur la désinformation, la cyberintimidation et les méfaits en ligne à cpac.ca/désinformation-et-démocratie.